Well, I got it back from the front end alignment. Was glad to get that done. But I'm kind of disappointed. The guy I wanted to do my dual exhaust is booked up till early October. So I'm not gonna have my dual exhaust if I go to Prohibition with this thing. Anyway, so I'm going to work on cleaning up some of these pans I've been welding on. I got to finish my toe board here, and I'm going to change the transmission filter fluid gasket, do that, and I may actually change the oil also. So my motor guy couldn't get it to put the dual exhaust on this thing, and this was the tailpipe that was on here. I don't know what it is, like a 2-inch tailpipe or something, but I'm gonna see if I can put this on there for now to keep that exhaust kind of out the back. You know, I don't have any idea how this come out like this, but if I can get that up in there, which I should be able to, it's a lot bigger diameter, but I'm gonna leave this on here. Well, I may have to run another adapter, but if I can leave that on there, it's gonna be the right length, come out and curve over down there, which was probably about like what it was before. So let's see what that looks like if I can get that up in that new motor. So I went down to the local Evans Auto Parts Company and adapters. This adapters is not exactly what I need, but it's closest thing I had. I'm gonna split this on 2 sides, that way it'll slide over that. And then this side should go over this is 2-inch OD, and I should be able to make this go over I cut that other junk off of this, and I should be able to get that when I clean this up to go over that. Yeah. What am I hanging on here? Yeah, just put me a clamp over here and a little makeshift hanger right there, and hopefully that'll be a little better than what it was. Plus my exhaust, the way it was blowing right out on the rear end right here. I don't want it heating up that on a long trip. Let's see if she'll fire up. See what it sounds like. Oh, yeah. listen to this. That's some crazy stuff. That has got to be the fan. That's got to be the fan doing that. Let me see if I can see anything. Yeah, if you look down there, see that shiny area? For whatever reason, right here, I got it raised on the lift. That fan hits right there. But if it don't make noise on the ground, I ain't gonna worry about it. A new filter in here. I gotta clean this out. And I got a new crankcase filter or PCV filter, and I got a couple of vacuum hoses I'm going to fix. So let's do some of that here. They got to order me a PCV filter, but I'm just going to clean this out a little bit. And this car does have a lot of blow-by, so it won't take long for it to mess the filter up. When we pull this motor out this winter, I'll probably bead blast this thing. This hose right here is just dry rotted bad. Change that. Should be a lot better. That's about get it long, cut it a little long. Here's my cutters. Cut it again when I put it on down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and change gear oil on his rear end. So I'm gonna clean this up, get this cover off, get that fluid out, and put some fresh fluid in there. Okay, let's see where this stuff goes. Maybe we've done this without making a big mess. Maybe. Another reason I took this off is I go ahead and check and see what the gear ratio is of this thing. Yeah, I believe that's 1237. Should be. And that's kind of common. That's 308. That's a tall gear, big good road gear. Definitely not a good stoplight gear, but big good cruiser. So got the rear end cover back on, and my light is getting weak, but I'm gonna take this plug out right here and we'll fill her up with fluid. Fill her up with fluid. Oh yeah. Yeah. Luckily these I can just cut the end off the bottle here and just squirt these in. I've got a little pump somewhere, I think. I don't know if I can find it though. So when I got this car, this side window was busted, but the guy had a replacement window that he had for years, and I carried it down to the glade shop down below the house, and they put this on, glued this on. So I'm gonna see if I can get this in today without breaking this glass. I hope I can. Let me tell you, this is a puzzle. I mean a puzzle. Oh, what is that? Looks like. We got there's a little track, a short track that the crank goes on, and I can use that to hold it in place. And I got the seat pushing back on me right here. It reminds me of my goat, Chestnut, my male goat. When I'm trying to do something at the barn, he's always pushing on me and pushing on me, and the seat's doing the same thing right here. I guess I could go try to get something tied back, but okay, now I got this track, the back part on. Put me a couple of nuts on here. One nut trying to do this, and okay. Aye, my leg's getting cramped. You gotta love this stuff. I'm telling you, you gotta love it. So I might have it. Thanks for asking. Thanks for helping. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. This has been a bear. I still don't know that I've got it. I took the back track out. I took this track out back here. That gave me enough room to get this track right here on. And like I say, it has been one more bear. Now, let me see if I can get this track on. I still don't know if I can do that. Let's go like this. Yeah. Oh man, we might be in business. I have wrestled with this thing for probably more than an hour. Yeah, maybe an hour. I'm just looking for some sympathy, I believe. Just doing a little bit of whining, you know what I mean? But now I think, I don't know, but somehow you have to line these things up. You have to, but look at there. We got her in there. Hey, we're getting some stuff done, you know? One piece of dime, we're getting a little bit of stuff done. We still got a lot to do. That window has been in that box for I don't know how long. The guy took the window down here too. He said, "Man, that's an old box." So you don't see them like that anymore. I need to redo that. All right, we got about 1 day left before Prohibition, so I got to do some thrashing to get things done that I want done. So let's get to it. So this winter, I'm gonna pull out the motor and transmission, and it's gonna give me access to clean up a lot of these welds better that I welded from up top side. So I'll have the cross member, drive shaft, motor, and transmission, and exhaust all out, and then I can clean up my welds underneath. So I'm not gonna worry with none of that. Main thing now is just kind of get it out to where I can drive it a little bit. I love it when transmission has a drain plug. It's always good. So I didn't make too big of a mess before. Too big of a mess. Clean all this up and put a new filter and gasket on there. This is kind of why I wanted to change my filter, see all this sludge kind of settled on top of that where it sat so many years. Got our new filter here we ordered. Yep. Nothing, this fluid didn't smell burnt or anything, so hopefully get a little more life out of this transmission. Get this out of here without dropping it into that mess in the floor. Right over the went. Just like that right there. Clean this pan a little bit. You see it has some sludge in there. A couple of places. So we got a pretty clean pan. I'll put me a little bit of silicone on here and lay my gasket on there. And then we'll put her up in there. Always good to think ahead. Make sure you do have the right gasket before you put your little silicone on there. And that is right. So this is Permatex Ultra Black. Just a little dab will do you. My junky old exhaust that I'm gonna have to run for a little while longer. There's an exhaust lead about that donut, and you can see how I can move the pipe up there. But there's no way that I'm going to try to break these loose now to put some donut gaskets in there, because probably what's gonna happen is I'm gonna break this stud off. So we're gonna have to live with it till, like I say, we'll pull the motor out and everything, put everything back in, have a new exhaust put on it. So I'm gonna change these hoses. I've done drained my water. Didn't even make a mess this time. So yeah, change the hoses. I'm gonna double check this. I think I put a thermostat in here. I'm gonna double check that, and we'll see about putting these triple gauges in there. I'm gonna see if I can tap into some more for my. I know this. I can't use this because that probe for my water temperature is too long, unless I had some adapters come up a little higher. So I'll probably go inside the block where the existing one is and put that water temperature gauge in, and I'll see if I can get it sitting in here out of the back. I don't want to take the distributor out, but I may have to. But so yeah, that's what we're working on. Oh man. Okay, we don't have a, do we? Yeah, we do have a thermostat. Yeah, that's the thermostat I put in there. It's kind of rough. Oh well. I keep saying this, but man, this lift sure makes life easier. I don't have to reach around and get transmission lines and stuff and try to get this clamp loose under here. I just raise it up and get this bottom radiator hose clamp. Yeah, makes life easier. I hope all of you can get a lift or have a lift. Now imagine there's water left in here. It's going to go everywhere here in a minute. I'm going to let it back down close to my bucket. So what have we done? We changed the transmission filter, filled it back up with fluid, changed the thermostat, and got 2 new radiator hoses on it. And what's next? I'm gonna check about trying to hook these gauges up. So let's see what we're gonna do about that. Yeah, water temp. Seems to be a 15/16. So we'll get it out of here now. Holy moly. It was tight. Oh yeah, it was tight. A little more water on now. So yeah, let's see if we got the right fittings for this. Let's put our new water temperature in there. We should be able to go with this. We should be able to go with this right here. This coming in the kit. Should be the same. This might be a little bit difficult to get to tighten up. I threaded my cable through the hole I drilled, and I put my larger pipe fitting in there, so now I'm going to temp to get this in there. It's kind of an awkward place. That heat shield around my outside my spark plugs is kind of right in the way. I was thinking to myself, I said, man, a line wrench would be nice. And I remembered I had bought a set of these little guys right here. And lo and behold, that thing worked like a charm. Put me a little short extension on it. Got up in there, turned it with my ratchet, got it tight. It's really hard to get to. It's hard to get a wrench up in there. It was a little bit aggravating to get this sending unit back here loose, but I got it loose. I had to take my vacuum line going to my brake booster right here. I had to take that off, and I undid my linkage to my carburetor and got it out. So now we can hook up our oil pressure gauge. So kind of like your water temperature fittings, just make sure you have the right size, and that should be it. Just, it's always good to test it to your block, screw it in, and then here's your little ferrule, goes on your line, and then that'll go pointed in, goes down into this like so. And then when you push that down, tighten that up, that will compress that and give you a good fit. Tight seal, I mean. So, got her in there. Now I just got to put my hose in there and route it through the same place as my cable here. And I still got to come up with a grommet or something for that hole. So I got me a couple of holes drilled, and I'm mounting my gauges right here. And I'm going to try to clean up some of this wiring for now. I'm not sure what all that is. Some of it's radio stuff where they add in here, but I'm going to tape all that up, clean it up, then I'm going to hook my cut off this excess for the oil pressure, and I'm going to hook it up, and I'll get back to you and let you know. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank this thing up and let some of this air come in this line before I tighten this all the way up. And yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Didn't take long, did it? Just got good oil pressure. Thought it'd take just a couple of more seconds than that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what she does. That's right, 40 pounds. So, took the old car for a test drive. I'm a little bit disappointed. I went up on the interstate and I got a vibration starting at about like 62, 3 mile an hour. So I'm debating on whether I'm going to drive it to Prohibition or not. I still have tomorrow, but I don't have a lot of time tomorrow. Could be the drive shaft, could be a universal joint. So I'm going to think on it. So I don't see nothing obvious. Don't feel nothing obvious. Now, you know, changed gear on the rear end. Gears look good back there. This motor mount right here, this transmission mount right here is bad. I got one of them coming in the morning, so I'm gonna unbolt that and have it ready to change. But I'm gonna pull this drive shaft out so we can figure out where that vibration's coming from. I'm going to go ahead and change these U-joints, and hopefully they have them in stock tomorrow. But I just rest this on my vise right here. Kind of got it resting on my toolbox and just keep me in bigger socket. There's plenty of videos on changing U-joints, but you'll do that. Let it rest on these. Put your caps off and let it rest there. And just yeah, see how it's coming through here now. Shouldn't take much. Yeah, it's loose now, boy. So we added some U-joints and transmission mount. So let's get to work. Run out of time. You know, them little needle bearings are some sneaky things. And the less you can hammer on these things, the better off you are. If you can use a vise, it really helps a lot. So when I took this apart, I marked this end in my drive shaft, so I put it back same orientation. I don't know if that would matter or not, because I know this part is balanced, drive shaft's balanced, but I think it's a good idea to put it back the same way that it come off, so that's what I did. So it's dark, my garage is in a mess. I'm not sure if the headlights work, but I need to go for a test drive and see if we can fix this vibration. So, see what happens. Got brake lights. see some headlights. It's not getting bright. No, they're not on bright. Alright, that's it. Well, I think it's a little bit better, but still not really smooth like I want it to be. But we may drive it over there. I'm gonna think about it another minute or two. You get back, I'll either take this or start cleaning up the wagon.